Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Chat. Listen, man. Listen. Don't be nervous now. Don't be nervous now. This is an okay feeling. Things are okay. It's fine. Take a deep breath. Don't you worry your pretty little head. We'll be cool. This is the type of game that teams like this are made of, okay? You can't all off season go, I want my team to be good. I want my team to be a playoff contender. I want my team to be a Super Bowl contender. But then you get nervous at games like this. This is what it's made for, you know? If you just want to make a career of having close games with the Jets, I suggest you go root for the Giants. But if you're going to be a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, I know some of y'all are nervous. It's okay, man. It's fact. A lot of y'all are nervous. It's cool. But if you're going to be a fan of this team with this squad in particular, there will be nerves. There will be games like this. But just as much as the dudes on the other side are equipped, this is a contending game for a reason. This is a game of the year type game for a reason. What that means to me is that we are equipped also.
Did you hear what I said?
They'll never say this about 49ers versus Broncos or some shit. They'll never say this about 49ers versus Texans or something. They'll never say that. This game is the magnitude that it's at because the Cowboys are those guys too. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. All right, come on in.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
We are live. Wait, you want me to come? Wait a minute, time out. Let me get Bleacher Report straight. Let me get Bleacher Report straight. Nope, just hit go.
Well,
Technical difficulties.
Come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
Now Bleacher Report, come on in. Come on in. You know, we got to do the the simulcast and all that. You know what I mean? Trying to time everything on up. We're going to be live on the volume side. We're going to be live on the Voch Lombardi side. And we're going to be live on the Bleacher Report side, okay? We got 3 sides of us kind of going here, just like we've been doing as of late, okay? So don't y'all worry. We are good to go. Now, we are here. Good. We are here to talk about the inactive today. We are here to hit y'all with a little bit of pregame loving. You know what I'm saying? Kind of give y'all a handful of keys if y'all would like, if that's something that y'all want to do. Then after that, we're going to sit back, play our war calls, find our weapons of choice. I normally have a weapon on the table, so here I go. Find your weapon of choice and enjoy this football game, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to run these inactives, and then we're going to talk about things that are important. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Shots out, Mr. Leader. Voch is indubitably working, sir. Before we get started, shots out to Zach Ghost, and he sent 5 hunduns in the PayPal there. He says, Sir Voch, we have the tools we need to beat the Niners, but to quote a great philosopher I listen to, we just need to put the nipple on the titty. Time to go silence these fickle ass Cowboy fans that we got. 100%, Mr. Zach Ghost. We're gonna run down the inactives. And I'm gonna talk about some of those keys that you were just talking about. Some things that will possibly make this game a little different than last year's game. It is what it is. Let's run it for the cardio. There we go. Shouts out to Pat NOC Walker. He's the preferred tweet guy that I go to because he holds us down. So we're gonna hold him down also. Y'all go give him a follow on the social medias there. Here are our inactives. There they go. Okay. And it sucks. I don't want to say it sucks, right? Because we are healthy. We're full blown healthy. I just wish Trey could be a part of this thing. I wish Trey Diggs could be a part of this thing, man. I wish guys like Overshown could be a part of this thing. You know what I mean? But besides the guys that we knew we're going to be out or whatever, we are relatively healthy, 100% healthy. Okay. I would love to skip down this list because I see some interesting things in it, but we'll cross that road whenever we get there. And of course, we're going to give you some analysis, but per each one of these guys here. Peyton Hendershot is out again. Damn. Peyton Hendershot, let me tell you why that's important, dog. Let me tell you why that's important, Peyton Hendershot. You can't be missing games, bro. You can't have a handful of bad games and then proceed to miss a handful of games, especially games at this magnitude, at this level, right? So if you're Peyton Hendershot and you're constantly missing days, you're giving Luke Schoonmaker, somebody that got way more draft capital invested than you. You're giving Luke Schoonmaker opportunities to come in and make plays. Now, does that mean Luke is making the plays? You know, Luke will miss a wide open touchdown in the end zone, but for the most part, he's blocking better than you. And we all knew that Luke had to develop as a, downfield threat, wide receiving threat or whatever, right? Tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. So Luke will have his way, but Luke being a second round pick and Luke being somebody that they're trusting, if you just look at Luke's targets, they're looking to get Luke involved, especially as a red zone guy. So Peyton Hendershot, you out, but Luke Schoonmaker's ready to step right in and have a big game. Plus, in context of this game, I think it's important for guys like Luke to play well, step up, and things like that. Because for one, you're going to be in this game where physicality kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game. And the one thing that you don't want is your tight ends being soft. Chat, how many of y'all were old enough to remember rookie Jake Ferguson, rookie Peyton Hendershot, but we'll lead that thing off with old Dalton Schultz? How many of y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember that? I mean, you had a solid blocker in Jake Ferguson, but they don't call Lewis, man. That ain't really that ain't how you want to lead this thing off. Especially with Dalton Schultz leading the thing, with him being first guy, him being first tight end on the field, and you playing a whole bunch of 11 personnel. You don't want to lead off with Dalton Schultz. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Now we're leading off with Jake Ferguson, who's a good blocker. We're followed up if we happen to go into 12 personnel, 22 personnel, and something like that. Then Schoonmaker is the guy that's on the field, and y'all can watch the film on my YouTube channel, Voch Lombardi, or on the volume. If you're on the Bleacher Report, y'all come tap in with me. Luke Schoonmaker blocks DNs by himself. He handles 3 techs by himself, right? So that lends you diversity in the run game attack. You're not just banging your head up B gap all day. You get to run to the outsides. You get to run your jet sweeps and things of that nature. Why? Because you actually won. I'm gonna say that talking point because we got tackles. We got 2 offensive tackles. But then you got a tight end that can really bang down on those ends, and you can pin and pull and do things like that. So those crackdown blocks from tight ends will be fine this week because I feel great that Peyton Hendershot ain't doing them. Once a week, I will watch some film of Peyton Hendershot trying to block somebody and then not working. That dude that he's trying to block goes and make the play. That simply does not happen with Luke Schoonmaker, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just saying, Peyton, don't be gone too long because Luke is coming. Also, Sean McEwen comes in and makes plays and starts beating the shit out of tight end 3 and fullback and all those things that we don't see Peyton Hendershot do for real. So, hey, Peyton, you better get your ass back and get healthy. Is what it is, sir. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Eric Scott, we know how Eric Scott gets down, but this next one is befuddling. I don't even want to say it's befuddling. We should celebrate this next one. We should all give a clap and a hard for this next one. Awesome Richards is inactive. I'm gonna play my war call. I want all 3 of these chats to celebrate here. We got the Vice chat, the volume chat, and the Bleach Report on the phone. We should all celebrate that Awesome Richards is inactive. But why should we celebrate Awesome Richards being inactive? That just means them first 5 healthy. It means a lot of things, really, if y'all want to get into it for real. The first 5 are healthy. That's one thing. Chuma Edoga has proven himself as a swing left side dude, so that's okay. I guess they have a lot of faith in TJ Bass as a swing guard guy. That's okay. Plus, Brock Hoffman plays center. Awesome Richards don't play center, okay? So if you got Chuma Edoga at tackle, in a pinch, I guess you'll have Tyler Smith at tackle. But they don't seem like they don't want to move. They don't want to move Tyler Smith. And this move for sure kind of makes me feel like triple, double, quadruple times they're not moving. They're only going to move Tyler Smith in case of emergency because Awesome is on the bench, right? Because if Chuma is your first left tackle, I'm talking about last week, the last couple of weeks, right? If Chuma is your first left tackle and Awesome is your second left tackle, okay, then that's kind of what your business is, right? That's what your lineup is. Awesome is your second guy. If Tyron is healthy, it bumps everything down one time. So Awesome not being available, yeah, he's your fifth round pick. Junior's your 4th round pick. So him being your 5th round pick, he's not active, sure, but he's not active because fucking Tyron's here. It's the first time that your offensive line, this first 5, 77, 73, 63, 70, what's Zach Martin up? 72, and 78. This is the first time they've 70, pardon me. 72 is Travis. 70 and 78. This is the first time those 5 guys have played together since 2021. And dog, I'm just like, hey, people like, hey man, they made it through practice. But I'm like, dog, I remember one time they said Tyron rolled out of bed and his back started hurting. I said, hey, boy. I said, hey man. They say, Voch, we out the woods. I say, no, we not.
It's false.
I be damned. No, we not.
We created it.
No.
Not this time.
Boy, look, Tyron to be asleep on the bus and he'll lean his head a little bit too far one way and that back start to activate. He'll be out. We ain't never out the woods. We ain't out the woods until Tyron latched that damn helmet up and he's on the field. But it looked like his ass on the field, so we good to go. We good to go. But Awesome Richards being injured, I mean, not injured, shit. That's me knocking on wood. Awesome Richards being inactive this week. Thank you, chat. Awesome Richards being inactive. That just means that we're ready for Tyron Smith to step in and do his thing there. And you're going to need him versus these boys. You're going to need him. The 49ers D-line don't do a whole bunch of switching. They'll normally keep Bosa on his side and they'll keep Drake Jackson on his side. Cleveland Farrell is one of their rotational guys or whatever. You're going to beat the shot Cleveland Farrell. But Drake Jackson is normally going to be on Tyron's side. So Terrence is going. It's a lot of T's, dog. It's a lot of T's. Tyron's. It's all T's except Zach. Cool. So Terrence is going to be dealing with Bosa for the most part. So I expect all your tight ends to be on that side. Why is that important? Because I think that Tyron Smith is good enough to beat the hell out of Drake Jackson by himself. And Drake Jackson's a good player. Drake Jackson, a good player, but so is Tyron. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Let's see where we at. So Jalen Brooks is inactive. That's normal because Brandon Cooks is healthy. That's fine. That's good to go. Junior Fehoko, clearly. Israel McCormu for the third week. Let me cut my music up. Now, chat. Me and Brian Broadus had a conversation about this. Small flex, just small flex. Me and Brian Broadus was having a conversation about this situation, right? About Izzy just being inactive at this point. What, 3 weeks in a row? Is Wanye Thomas as a defender? Is he really moving the needle like that? Because I know Wanye is one of your main teams guys, right? Wanye does most of the team's work, right? But how many dudes can make the active roster just doing team stuff? You know what I mean? Like, hey, Wanye is only teams guy, especially when we could be using Izzy. Especially in a game like this, with a George Kittle type guy. You know? And I started to think, man, me and Brian Bross was, chopping it up because, we're just friends now, you know what I'm saying?
Stop the cap.
Me and Brian Bross friends in real life, and I was like, man, is Wanye, because y'all know Dan Quinn like to hold shit up his sleeve and shit. He like to tuck shit, because he a magician. He like to tuck shit up his sleeve and just kind of hang around. You know what I'm saying? Goodwin's the exception. He's the only one. You don't do a whole bunch of that. Is Wanye Thomas going to be dealing with George Kittle in this game? Is Wanye Thomas going to be the shadow George Kittle guy? Or is he going to be the shadow Christian McCaffrey guy? I'm particularly interested because I think the type of skill players that the 49ers have, I think that benefits the Cowboys a little bit in their type of coverage. What does that mean? I'm not saying that the 49ers have bad receivers or bad, little dudes, whatever, skill players or whatever. Right? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the 49ers skill dudes win differently than the Dolphins skill dudes. That makes sense? Like you look at the Cardinals dudes. Those dudes run a little different than how these 49ers dudes run. Ronnie Bell and Jawan Jenkins are, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about? So in my mind, this would be a perfect game for Israel McCormu because if I know anything about Israel, I don't want Israel running around with these small little bitty characters. I don't want Israel running around with the little bitty folk. That ain't something that I want. It's a great game for Izzy to be off the bench, and he's not. Is this the game that Wanye Thomas gets rolled out, ladies and gentlemen? I got questions. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. We about to get all the answers we can ask for. We about to get a full bottle of answers in about 60 minutes, 68 minutes. We're going to have a full bottle of answers. I want to know how we deal with that. Cross that road whenever we get there. All right. Besides that, Trey Lance is your emergency quarterback. And that's just what it is. Cosmo, yeah, little bitty folk. You know what I mean? When I was, playing ball back in my day, it was your offense, it was your linemen, and it was your skill guys. Your skill guys was the little bitty folk, was the big boys. So I accidentally, even when I'm trying to be a professional broadcaster, I call skill players little bitty folk, and I call linemen big boys or fat boys. So pardon me, it's just some, football jargon. What number is Thomas? He's 30. He's number 30, okay? Oh, we got some 49er fans in the Cowboy chat because they ain't got content creators. God! Oh. Hey, man, let me read, man. Let me read some of these Bleach Report comments because it's in the contract. How you interact with the Bleach Report. That's Voch. All right. Niner Bruh says Hargrave and Christian McCaffrey gonna eat. Hargrave and Christian McCaffrey are very good players. Christian McCaffrey only had 50-something yards. No. What's the name had 50-something? Mitchell had 50-something yards. Christian McCaffrey had like 40 last year? Like 40? I don't know. But Christian McCaffrey is a good player. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He's a good player, but all right. Shouts out to Christian McCaffrey too. Look, something hilarious, right? Is like there are two, and I guess I'm learning this about just football fans in general. There's two sides of 49er fans, just like there's two sides of Cowboy fans. Like, I guess that's every fan base. But there are 49er fans that think they're gonna whoop you like all, like no questions asked, like regardless. They just feel like they're gonna whoop you. But then there's a 49er fan I like that'll look you in the face and be like, hey man, I don't know about Buford. I don't know about McKivitz. I don't know about Feliciano and all these motherfuckers. Like I look at 49ers O-line kind of like Giants O-line, right? And Giants O-line might be worse, but I'm talking about full strength of Giants O-line, right? You got a Pro Bowler, all pro type character in Andrew Thomas, and it's everybody else, right? That's kind of how that's laid out. If you look at San Francisco and a real San Francisco fan, like they ain't gonna be honest right now because it's pregame and shit like that in the game by the start of the hour tournament. They ain't gonna be real with you for real. But I think 49er fans are really worried because it's like Trent and it's like them. Left guard to right tackle is them. I think a lot of 49er fans are worried about the them. And I think a real 49er fan that's being honest and objective will tell you that, hey, whoever gonna be lined up against Trent, Trent's gonna be fine. And look, as a Cowboy fan, I agree, Trent a bad motherfucker. As an offensive line guy, of course. I'm O-line guy. I'm like, yeah, man, Trent a bad boy. But man, I got film too, dog. I got film too, dog. I seen what happened in Pittsburgh. I seen what happened in New York. I seen what happened. Arizona ain't do very much. Dolphins had some moments where they kind of put some pressure on Purdy or whatever. But specifically, Giants when they was blitzing and bringing pressure, and Pittsburgh when they had pass rushes that's gangsters on both sides. I saw what that looks like. Hey, look, shouts out to 49ers fans, man. I ain't ask y'all to come in here and keep it real and nothing like that, but I talk to a lot of 49 fans, man, and they feel a way about the NM from left guard to right tackle. Yeah, what it is. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Besides that though, this is two teams that can move the football. This is two teams that can rush the passer. You know what I mean? We get after the passer. We run the ball. We throw the ball. Cowboys have some red zone woes. That's real. Cowboys offense does have red zone woes. But goddamn 49ers defense got them shits too, cut. Cowboys offense ranked in the 20s. 49ers defense is ranked in the 20s. So, man, we'll just see, bro. We'll just see. And I ain't even here to talk shit because I'm too old for that now. I think I've evolved past it. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather fight Cowboy fans than 49er fans at this point. But man, we just got to keep it above. This is the game of the year. Game of the year should be fun. Do we have any questions? From the Voch side, from the Bleacher Report side, from the Volume side, y'all have any questions? Yo, what she say? What did he say? Is that Pokemon Snap in your PC? No. You see that? No, sir. I got it, but I mean, that ain't it. 49 is good, but they haven't won shit, and they haven't won anything in a while, like Super Bowls. Okay, cool. Like, I thought you were talking about like just wins in general. Like they had a pretty good win last week against this team that beat us. Six Hustle says I can't find a 49ers YouTube page. Damn, dog, that's rough. Cuz appreciate y'all for being here though on the Voch Volume and Bleach Report here. Brandon Curret says OG Voch, appreciate you, sir. King Petty says score predictions. Score predictions are tough. I think it's gonna be in the 20s somewhere. I think whoever wins probably win by 6, probably win by 4 or something like that. Probably be a touchdown. I don't want to say whoever has the ball last is gonna win, because these defenses thrive on who gets ahead. You know what I'm saying? So it could be an ass whooping. Like, you come out here and make a mistake and let the other team pile up on you. That's how they win. 49ers and Cowboys, that's how they win. So it could be a close game, but man, it could be a landslide. Could be some bullshit. What's my bold prediction? Don't do them, but I love you. Micah's playing. Yeah. Look, everybody's good to go. Damone Clark, who was hurt throughout the week, he's good to go. Christy Scales on the 105.3 The Fan pregame show I was listening to before we went live here. She says Rico Dowdle is a full go. And if you just look at the offensive weapons from last year versus the offensive weapons, some of the Cowboys now, this year is night and day. It's night and day. When you CD is the common denominator in both of those. CD was around both those times, but last year Michael Gallup's knee was worse. T.Y. Hilton didn't even play football all year because he wanted to be a good dad, and shouts out to him, but he just showed up at Christmas and just said, I want to play some football. Noah Brown, who hadn't done nothing this year, he was on the team last year. Dalton Schultz, shouts out to Dalton Schultz, but man, I just think we got a little better than him. Zeke and Malik were your running backs. I think we got a little better than him. We never used Tony Pollard in a San Francisco playoff game. 1 year he got hurt. The previous year he only had like 6 touches or something like that. So I'm just in this game. You going into it. CD still the common denominator, right? But you got Tony and Rico. You got Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, who I think is better than Dalton Schultz. You have your role players, Sean McEwen, guys like Luke, and I just think you're better across the board. You look at defense, and you have a guy in Clark who's an actual running hit guy, who's an actual coverage guy. Like Anthony Barr was your Mike last year. Cut my music off. Anthony Barr was your Mike last year. That's disgusting. Ugh. Gross. You know what I mean? Like wide receiver 2 was a problem. You know what I mean? Pardon me. Wide receiver 2 was a problem, but cornerback 2 was a problem. Right? It's just that those problems just don't really exist like they used to, man. So I just think the Cowboys just gonna have a different little thing. 49ers O-line is overrated. G Macho No Limit says 49ers O-line is overrated. I don't know who overrated him, dog. But it is what it is. Dynasty Dodger says, you think Tony Pollard is ready to go? Indubitably, sir. I still have yet to see who the 49ers inactive list is. Can I run through that? Well, we got Cowboys, but you know what? Voch is a fan of the people. So give me 20 seconds. Let's see if we can find 49ers inactive. If you're going to find it, it's going to be on Twitter. So give me 20 seconds. You hear me? So we're going to go to Twitter. 49ers inactive. Because I guess that is important. But this whole week, I'm not even worried about who the Cowboys. I'm not worried about the 49er players. It's just more so about our guys. For me, it's like our guys. We're more important here. If you're asking me, you know what I'm saying? I'm more concerned about who's healthy for us, who's playing for us. I ain't really worry about nobody else. Yeah. Let's see. Is there a chance? No. Hey, if I can't find it in 2 seconds, I'm just gonna quit because I really don't even care that much. I'm just trying to love on y'all. Hey, I'm just trying to love on y'all, but I don't really care that much. I will get the hell out of here. Okay, so let's go to the actual San Francisco 49ers page. Let's just see what they're talking about. And if I can't find it at the top of their page, I'm leaving. There we go. So Brandon Allen, Nick Zolge, Kalia Davis, Jalen Graham, I remember all those guys. Elijah Mitchell is inactive. Cool. Braden Willis, I remember him from draft season. And Randy Gregory, the newly acquired Randy Gregory. So both sides healthy, dog. I don't give a care nothing about Nick Zolge. You know what I mean? Like we good. We good to go. So yeah, both sides healthy. Both sides healthy is what it is. You know what I mean? So whatever happens, and look, we're going to see this team again, bro. Cowboys, 49ers are going to see each other again. Is what it is. Is what it is. Hey, but we'll see. Hey, we're going to do this again. We're going to do post-game show right here on Volume, Voch Lombardi, and Bleach Report. So y'all be sure to tap in on all those platforms. Love y'all to pieces. And if you're on the Bleach Report side, make sure you tap in to the YouTube, Voch Lombardi and the Volume. We're going to be, watching film all week. So y'all be sure to tap into that. And if you're on the Voch side, be sure to hop into the Bleach Report app. We do some solid things over there too. We have a weekly pick'em show, and we do post and pregame over there. So all right, so cool. Y'all hold down for the dose. Go out some peace, go whiskey. Enjoy the game. I'll see you on the post game. Salute.